Yo, what is good, YouTube? And welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be building the best team possible here in NBA 2K24 MyTEAM. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 14,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I'm uploading every single day, tons and tons of MyTEAM content. Less than like 70 subscribers away from 100K. We're trying to, or from 14K. I wish it was 100K, but from 14K. We're trying to hit that by the end of October. But it looks like we're going to blow right through end of October, which is really, really nice. I'm going to hit that early. So I really appreciate all the support, but almost there. Help me hit that 14K mark in the next couple of days. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. Starting off with the starting point guard position, I am going to include a card like SGA, even though people don't really have him yet. I've only seen one SGA so far on Twitter. Don't expect to see a ton of SGA in the next few weeks, or in the next couple weeks anyway, or anything. But I do think he's the best point guard in the game, and he is technically available, so I will include him in the best possible lineup. 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, 86 speed and excel, 83 shot three, capable dunker, elite defender. The thing, or capable defender, not insane stat-wise, but the thing that makes him so good is 6'6". He does actually have a decent interior rating as well, and a 6'11" wingspan. He's the best size of any PG in the game. Hoff Diver is an amazing Hoff badge. Rest of his Hoffs aren't incredible, although I do think Acrobat and Pro Touch are pretty good. I mean, movement-wise, he's solid. He can get any badge, which is a big deal, meaning you can add badges like Limitless Range. And then obviously mostly like defensive badges like Anchor, Challenger, Clamps, and Glove as well. He does have pretty much every single key playmaking badge you could possibly ask for. You add some defensive badges to him, he's going to be a really good defensive PG as well, probably the best in the game at that spot as well because of how big he is as well. So you combine him being one of the best defensive point guards because of the size, the versatility, with him being one of the best offensive cards as well. And like I said, that size is just such a mismatch as well, creating mismatches on the court because everybody in your court will be 6'6" or taller with SGA out there. Releases money, MJ dribble style, got pretty good movement overall. I mean, he's an elite level card. SGA is the best point guard in the game. At the 2, I had a tough one with this, but I actually think the best guard to put next to SGA is Brandon Roy. I don't think Brandon Roy is the best shooting guard in the game. This team does not include the top 2 players at every single position, although it's pretty close, but it doesn't quite include that. This is a intentionally built squad that I think is the best well-rounded team in terms of the 5-man lineups that you're going to be running in your starters and off your bench. 6'6", 6'8" wingspan, hot shots from everywhere outside the 3. He's fast, he's a versatile defender, and he's a really good shooter, great slasher, really good badges already on the base card. Thing about him is he does need a lot of badges upgraded if you can add those to him. Things like Agent 3, upgrading his Limitless, upgrading his Speed Booster, adding defensive badges like Anchor, Challenger, Clamps, Glove, and Interceptor. You get those types of things on Brandon Roy. He really starts to be incredible. He's got a really good release. He moves pretty well, elite level slasher, really good card, and I think he's a better shooter than a guy like Michael Jordan, who I do think is a better shooting guard option. But I think at this spot with this team, we need a little bit more shot creation from the 3-point line, and I think B-Roy is going to give me more of that than MJ, so going to put him at the 2. At the 3, going with Kawhi Leonard. Could have gone like a Carmelo Anthony for more shot creation here, but I think Kawhi is the best option. Got to add some defense because SGA and B-Roy, while good defenders, are not truly elite locks. They're more secondary defenders. So having an elite lock in Kawhi, 6'7" with 7'2" wingspan, Hoff Challenger, Clamps, and Glove. 90+ interior as a perimeter, really good interior, high lateral quickness, 84 speed and excel, 85 shot 3, 80 driving dunk. Defensively, he's a monster. He's got some pretty good bronze and silver offensive badges like Pro Touch, Catch and Shoot, Fast Twitch, Posterizer, Agent 3, Blinders, Deadeye, Guard Up, etc. He's not going to be this elite level playmaker, but he's fast. He can timing burst, does have a high enough ball handle for that as well. And he's an elite level 3 AD card. Fits really, really well at the 3. At the 4, my favorite power forward option in my team right now is Kevin Durant. I just think a guy like KD who has the size at 6'10", 7'4", wingspan, hotspots from everywhere. 7 hops include Posterizer, Agent 3, Deadeye, Guard Up, Limitless Range, Hyperdrive. Does not have Speed Booster on the base card. Could use some defensive badge upgrades as well if you can, but you can upgrade every badge on the card. He's got 90 speed as a 6'10" power forward, 94 3-ball, dunks the ball at a high level, versatile defender. Not going to get abused on the interior because there really aren't those types of dominant interior power forwards right now, and a lot of people are running inside bigs anyway. So at the 4, I think KD is the best option in the game currently, and I think he fits really, really well on our squad. Now, at the 5, I do think Wilt Chamberlain is the best center in the game, and I do think he is the best option to fit on this team right now. I understand an inside center is frustrating. I get frustrated by using inside centers. I do. But I think he, with how much defense he gives you, 7'1" with an 8-foot wingspan, the length, the dunking, the speed, which is very, very, obviously he's very similar to Shaq in a lot of ways, but he's a better free throw shooter than Shaq, which I think is a big deal. And I like the fact that his wingspan is longer than Shaq. I feel like it helps him to play lanes better. I just think he's a better all-around card than Shaq. I mean, he's going to be a better shooter from the mid-range and stuff, but he's not going to be this great shooter or anything. But very athletic, versatile defender, elite rebounder, super long arms, great player build, super fast, dominant inside on both ends of the court, and the fact of the matter is he is a better free throw shooter than Shaq as well, which to me is a little bit of a difference as well. I think he's the best big in the game, and I think he fits perfectly in our starting lineup. Off the bench, I am going Steph Curry. I honestly strongly consider Donovan Mitchell in this spot, but I think Steph Curry is probably still the best option. With the gameplay patches they've made over the past few days, three hunting is worse than it was. Shot creation is worse than it was. And honestly, good shot selection is not rewarded the way that it was, I don't feel like, because anything that's not wide open is subject to some sort of random slowdown, or occasionally it feels like speed up. Even though they say they took out contest-related slowdowns and speed ups, it does not feel that way at all when you play the game. With that being said, Steph is still, I believe, the second best option at the point guard position right now. He's a great playmaker, elite level shooter. Defensively, he's not special, but movement is really good. Curry slide, a great size up, a great escape. One of the best releases in the game. Offensively, he's still one of the best cards in my team. It's just that three hunting and scoring with your guards in general is harder to do right now because of the delay and also because of the tweaks to shooting that have really, I think, made the game a little bit less skillful, which is a bit frustrating. That's the way the patches have been in the past week. But I do believe Steph is still going to be your best offensive point guard option. I think having him off the bench is really useful, especially next to a lockdown, more slashing defensive two in Michael Jordan. Now, while I do think MJ is probably the best all-around shooting guard in the game, I think he fits better next to Steph than he does next to SGA, because Steph can be your primary ball handler, MJ can be your primary defensive guy, 6'6" with a 6'11" wingspan, mainly just looked at as a slasher on the offensive end, use him in transition, and then catch and shoot wide open with him. Defensively, he can be the best defensive perimeter guy in the entire game, high interior, elite perimeter defense, all-around great defensive badges, very capable playmaker, has gold speed booster, which is huge, elite level slasher, one of the best finishers on all of my team. I understand he's super expensive, but he's an elite level card, and hopefully y'all took advantage of the 50 KMT that you could get back if you got the card in the first weekend, because that is now gone, which is a real shame if you didn't take advantage of it. Going Carmelo Anthony back up three. I think we need a little more offense. As good as Steph is as a scorer, with the way the scoring is right now, I think having a guy like Carmelo with an elite level release to create some more shots, especially since MJ is our lock at the 2, I think Carmelo can fit at the 3. 6'7", 7 foot wingspan, hot spots from 4 out of 5 spots outside the 3, everywhere inside the 3-point line. Incredible shooting badges, really good playmaking badges as well. Gold posterizer, gold acrobat, gold precision dunkers, silver drop stepper. No speed booster, no defensive badges. He's not going to defend, but he's super fast. He's got an elite 3-ball, and he's a great dunker. Even without speed booster, the playmaking badges are phenomenal. It's got great speed. Release is elite. D-book dribble style, might be the best dribble style in the game besides Kyrie right now. At least debatably, the push cross off of it is incredible, and one of the best shot creation moves in the entire game right now. Carmelo Anthony is an absolutely elite card in my team on the offensive end of the court, and that, for me, is enough for him to earn a spot on the team. Going with a little bit of a bigger 4 here. I mean, I guess KD's still pretty big, but Chris Bosh going to come in at the 4 for me. I think Bosh at the 4 works really well because he's got good enough speed to compete at the 4, 80 speed and excel. He's a great shooter. He's a versatile defender, decent on the perimeter as well. Big, long, nice dunker, good defender, silver anchor. I mean, every badge on this card is upgradable as well, which is a thing that just isn't true about that many cards, but you can add things like fast twitch and limitless range, and a badge like a clamps, glove, interceptor if you want him to defensively, even challenger, has really good speed. Release is, it looks the same as last year's, but it's slower than last year's. If y'all have used this Bosh card, y'all know that his release is a little bit janky compared to last year's, but I would definitely say I figured out the release timing, and I think Bosh is a really, really good card on the offensive end of the court as well as the defensive end. Versatile, big, one of the better bigs on all of my team. Playing the backup 4. Backup 5, still going Shaq. I do actually think Wilt is better than Shaq. I really do. But Shaq is still an incredible inside center. One of the most dominant cards in my team. Super fast, a giant with incredible player build. Defensively incredible and an amazing dunker. I don't think anybody dunks the ball better than Shaq in this game. I just think Wilt being a better free throw shooter and having the longer wingspan helps him out defensively, and then late in games as well, being able to be a little more clutch from that free throw line. Shaq is a horrific free throw shooter, which is super annoying. But I do like the card a lot, and having him next to Steph as your primary shot creator, another 300 and Carmelo off the bench makes for a really good lineup. Last 3, I'm just going to throw in some other guys. Right now, especially, I think you could use 3 guards with the way that short scoring is right now. I think Donovan Mitchell deserves a spot. I'm not going to go through each of these cards, but another defensive wing and Scottie Pippen, a 3-and-D guy, could be really good to replace Carmelo if you feel like you need more defense. And honestly, could use a stretch 5 option as well. Because while you have Bosh, while you have KD, I think having a third big who can shoot the ball right now is Anthony Davis, and I think that would be really, really nice as well. If you're running having 2 insights in Wilt and Shaq, which I probably will when I get Wilt later this week or whenever that is, because I am just grinding him out organically. But having a third big like an Anthony Davis would be a really good option. Even somebody like a Serge Ibaka and a Cliff Robinson. Somebody last 3 who's a big, if you, for example, are somebody who's going to have Wilt and Shaq, having that stretch big as an option is going to be really, really useful for you, because you're going to play games where having that inside center is just not going to be working too well. And I think having another stretch big option is important. But with that being said, right now, I would say this is the best team that you can build in my team. Let me know what y'all think of the squad in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy the video, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.